The next topic which we are going to learn is our orifice meter. So actually we have seen this already in our lab experiment. So we have found out the coefficient of discharge for a orifice meter in the lab already. So the same topic, we are going to solve some problems on orifice meter. So first we need to know what is orifice meter. So orifice meter, it is a device used for measuring again the rate of flow only. So we are going to find the discharge. Again, we are going to find the discharge in different pipes where different fluids will be flowing. So what is the main difference between your venturi meter, which you have completed, and your orifice meter is? The construction of this orifice meter is very simple. Nothing but we will have just a single plate of circular plate with a small circular hole here. Okay, so this plate is placed in between the pipe in which we want to find the discharge. So this is a plate which you have fixed in between this pipe by means of some couplings will be there. So this is the orifice meter. It is just a circular disc with a circular hole in between. Okay, so this is a pipe. So in between the pipe where we want to find the discharge for which this pipe, how much flow is going in this pipe. So we have to place a orifice meter, which is just a circular disc with a circular hole, which will be concentric to the pipe, right? So same concept we'll use, nothing but so this is a diagram of your venturi meter. So it is again connected to a U-tube differential manometer to find the head value, H value, or pressure difference value. Okay, so this is the direction of flow happening in this orifice meter. So because of the flow, so if you see at the orifice meter, the diameter of the hole is very small compared to the pipe. So automatically the water will flow with a high velocity here again, and here it will come again out after that. Then it will flow constantly here. So here, if you see, we are going to consider two sections at 1 and 2 here, and we are going to find the equation for your discharge. So what will the equation for discharge? What is the formula for discharge? We need to find. Okay. So this is your orifice meter, or it is also called as your orifice plate. Both the meanings are same: orifice meter or orifice plate. Since it is just a plate, it is also called as orifice plate. Okay. So first we'll see. So it is a device used for measuring the rate of flow of the fluid, rate of flow, or it is also called as discharge of a fluid flowing through a pipe. So this orifice, we have in only a small disc, so it will be automatically cheaper when compared to your venturi meter. Venturi meter, we have 3 parts in that again. So for the production or designing, it will take more time for the venturi meter, and this will be very cheaper device for finding the discharge in the pipes. So it also works, venturi meter works on the principle of Bernoulli's equation. So similarly, this orifice meter is also works on the same principle that as that of venturi meter. So again, we are going to use our Bernoulli's equation to find the energies. Total energy at section 1 is equal to total energy at the section 2, and we are going to derive our discharge formula by using the Bernoulli's equation. Same like venturi meter. How we have done for venturi meter, same way we'll go for orifice meter. So here only one point is different, extra will be coming is this one. This area is called as vena contracta. The word used here is called as vena contracta. Okay, I'll explain that again. So what is that? Is nothing but so vena contracta is nothing but is a point in the fluid stream. Nothing but if the fluid is flowing here, it is a point where the diameter of the stream is very less. Nothing but lowest, least diameter where it will be there. That is called as your vena contracta. The place is called as vena contracta. So at that position, the velocity will be maximum. So we are going to take this section 2 at that position. For actually, it will be very close to your orifice, but in this diagram, it is seen a little bit far. This will be almost close to your orifice plate. So that position is called as your vena contracta. So at that place, the stream velocity will be maximum because of the area, cross-sectional area will be very small at this point. Okay. So that only that point will be extra in our orifice meter. In derivation also that point will come. Okay. So here, next point, it consists of a flat circular plate which has a circular sharp edge hole called orifice. So the hole is called as orifice, which is concentric with the pipe always. So concentric means the center of the hole as well as the center of the pipe will lie on the same axis, but it will coincide each other. Concentric, the word concentric means. And next, the orifice diameter is kept generally 0.5 times the diameter of the pipe, nothing but half of the diameter of the pipe. The orifice should be there, or it may vary from 0.2 to 0.8 times, sorry, 0.4 to 0.8 times the pipe diameter. Okay. So this is the range of your orifice meter diameter. It should be in the range of 0.4 to 0.8 times the pipe diameter. Okay. Right. So next we will go for our expression for the rate of flow through the orifice meter. So this is our diagram. So if you want, you can copy this. Okay. So what we are doing, we are going to consider two sections. One is before your orifice position, one is after your orifice position, just next to the orifice. So section 1 is the before the orifice, but first initial where the water is flowing, at that direction we'll take the first section, and after the orifice we'll take your second section. So let P1 be the pressure at the section 1 and velocity of the fluid at the section 1 V1. Area of the pipe at the section 1 is A1. So let us consider these three terms to derive our expression for the rate of flow. So what are all things we need at the section 2? Also we need the same things. So P2 be the pressure at the section 2, V2 be the velocity at the section 2, and A2 is the area of the section 2. Okay, please copy the diagram roughly and you can write this. Okay, so next slide, if you see, so P2, P2 and A2 are corresponding values at the section 2. Later we need to apply our Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and section 2. So already we know the Bernoulli's equation. This is the Bernoulli's equation formula. So P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equals to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. So this is the Bernoulli's equation. And we know that the difference of pressure head H can be taken from this. That is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2 term is equal to H. That is differential head value, differential pressure head value. So the term is taken out. So P by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2, nothing but it is H. So H is equals to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. Leftover terms are velocities. So we are going to take velocities in terms of H only, not in pressures. Okay, so after resolving these three, you'll get H equal to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. So from this, you can take V2 is equals to under root of 2gh plus V1 square. So this is the thing which we need in terms of velocities and head. So we are removing all the pressure terms as well as Z1 and Z2 terms. So finally we got V2 is equals to under root of 2gh plus V1 square. So let us consider this as your first equation. Okay, so this is your first equation, equation number 1. So next what we will do is, actually in this orifice meter, I said there is one more point extra which come as vena contracta. So at section 2, the terms will change. Instead of taking A2, we are going to take that vena contracta area as A0. So we need to use that now. So now at section 2 is at vena contracta. I already said what is vena contracta. It is the point or the place where the velocity will be maximum, or we can tell that the diameter of the stream is the least one. So there the term A2 represents the area of vena contracta if A0 is the area of the orifice. So A2 we have taken just next to orifice, very next to orifice, which is A2. So we need to consider orifice area as A0 or A0, which is the area of orifice. Then we have, this is CC, coefficient of contraction. It is a ratio of area of the section 2 to the area of the orifice. So this is the ratio of area of the section 2 to the area of the orifice. So from this, we are going to take A2 is equal to A0 into CC. That is the coefficient of contraction. Okay, so after getting this, we consider this area A2 is equals to A0 into CC as your equation 2. A2 is equals to A0 into CC. Okay, so after getting A2 is equals to A0 into CC, where CC is the coefficient of contraction. So already we have our continuity equation also. So discharge at section 1 is equals to discharge at section 2. So from the continuity equation, we can write A1 V1 is equals to A2 V2. Discharge at 1 is equals to discharge at 2. So from this, we can take the term V1 is equals to A2 by A1 into V2. So now substitute the A2 which you got in terms of A0, because in problems, you won't give the term A2 anywhere. You will tell the diameter of the orifice only. You won't give the diameter of the vena contacta. Okay, so that's why we are converting these in terms of orifice area, in terms of orifice. So A2 is the vena contracta's area, A0 is the orifice area, right? So now finally we'll get V1 is equals to A0 CC by A1 into V2. So we got this term finally, third equation. So number 3 is V1 is equals to A0 CC into V2 by A1. These three terms by A1. V1 is equals to A0 CC V2 by A1. So let us consider this as our third equation. So already we got our first equation in terms of V2. So V2 is equals to under root of 2GH plus D1 square. So now the term which you got V1 is equals to CC into A0 V2 by A1. That term we need to substitute here to get V2 in terms of H and A0 A1. So when we substitute this in terms of V1 in place of V1, we'll get an equation like this. V2 is equals to under root of 2GH plus A0 square, C coefficient of contraction square into V2 square by A1 square. Okay, so now we got V2 value. So after getting value V2, now we need to take the discharge equation. So for the discharge formula, Q is equals to A2 V2, already we know. So now substitute V2 in place of this. Okay, so what you will get? Finally, you will get V2 is equals to under root of 2GH by root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square into CC square. Okay, so this is the equation which you are getting for discharge. And this is also not the final equation. So this CC we need to change in terms of coefficient of discharge, because we are going to find here coefficient of discharges only. We are not going to find any contraction coefficients. So what we are going to do, the above expression, nothing but this expression is simplified by using one equation will be there. For that, again, one more derivation will be there. So I'm not going to explain that. So directly I'm showing that expression. So this is the thing. So instead of CC, we need to write CC is equals to CD into under root of 1 minus A0 by A1 square. So we need to substitute in terms of CD in place of CC for the above equation. Here we need to substitute that CD value, which we are getting here. Okay. So if you substitute this, at last you will get final equation Q is equals to CD A1 A0 under root of 2GH by root of A1 square minus A0 square. So this is our final expression for finding discharge. So Q is equals to, please write down, for a orifice meter, discharge Q is equals to CD into A1 A0 under root of 2GH divided by A1 square divided by under root of A1 square minus A0 square. So please write down this final expression which are getting. Q is equals to CD A0 A1 under root of 2GH divided by under root of A1 square minus A2 square. Okay, so Q is equals to this equation we got. So we know already what is CD, coefficient of discharge for the orifice meter. Coefficient of discharge for orifice meter is CD. Okay, so after getting this expression, we are going to solve problems on their orifice meter. So here this derivation is not that much compulsory to learn, but just to know how we are getting this expression, I have shown all these things. Okay, so please take the formula at least in your notes. Q is equals to CD into A1 A0 under root of 2GH by under root of A1 square minus A0 square. So almost same equation for venturi meter also we got. What is that? CD A1 A2 root of 2GH by A1 square minus A2 square. So there instead of A2 we are going to get A0. So A2 is the throat area there. So here A0 is nothing but area of the orifice. So in problems he will give the diameter of the orifice, so you can find the area of the orifice. Okay. Yes, are you following me, students? Shashi? Yes, Shashi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please note on, everybody note on the final formula. No need to write all this. I will send this everything in the code now. If you want, you can verify again. Okay. Just write on the last formula Q discharge for orifice meter. Discharge for orifice meter, Q is equals to this last one, CD A1 A0, write reversely here, A1 A0, because in down you'll get confused later. You write A0 here, so you'll write A0 here. So write CD into A1 A0 under root of 2GH by root of A1 square minus A0 square. Okay. So after writing the equation, please take the first problem on the orifice meter. So problem number 1 for the orifice meter. Okay, just copy the question. So what is telling? A orifice meter with orifice diameter 10 centimeter is inserted in a pipe of 20 centimeter diameter. So he has placed a orifice meter in a pipe whose diameter is 20. So orifice diameter is 10 only. It is almost equal to 0.5 only again.
Sir,
Yes.
in previous formula, what is A1, sir? It is
A1.
pipe diameter or vena contactor diameter? Yes, sir.
A1 is the diameter of the pipe. In the final
Okay,
equation,
sir.
we will never get any vena contracta word because we'll use the diameter of the orifice as A0, nothing but area A0 is the orifice area. A1 is the area at the section 1, nothing but at the pipe.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so later what he said, the pressure gauges fitted. Okay, so orifice, once you can see the diagram. Somebody is asking to show me the diagram. So this is your diagram. So this is a pipe. In between the pipe, somewhere we are keeping our orifice meter to find the discharge in the pipe. Okay, so this is a section 1 before orifice always. Before orifice in pipe, section 1. Section 2, first we have taken here at vena contacta, but in problems, this section 2 will be very close to our orifice. So instead of taking at vena contacta, we'll take at the orifice. Section 2 will be at orifice. That is considered as A0. Okay. Now I'll show the question. Please copy the question. So next, what he said, the pressure gauges fitted. So in this problem, he is fitting the two pressure gauges at upstream and downstream of the orifice, nothing but one before orifice, one after the orifice. So that's why you can see the pressure difference will be there. So at the first section, he is giving the pressure gauge. So he has found out the pressure as 19.62 Newton per centimeter square. Next, after orifice, we have 9.81 Newton per centimeter square. Okay. So remember, always after the orifice, the pressure will reduce because the velocity is increasing at the orifice. Automatically, the pressure at that point will be decreased. So remember, pressure will be less at the section 2. The coefficient of discharge for the orifice meter is given. So CD is 0.6. Find the discharge of water through the pipe. Okay, so we need to find Q value by using the formula. Q is equals to CD A1 A0 under root of 2GH by under root of A1 square minus A0 square. So that is our formula which we are going to use. Okay, so please copy the question and inform me if you have finished with writing the question. Yes. Okay. Can I go for the next slide? Okay. So first write down the given data. So what are the terms he has given is, first he has given the diameter of orifice. So here diameter of orifice, you can take it as diameter of orifice D naught. D naught is given 10 centimeter. So take it in meters. So 10 by 100, that is 0.1 meter. Diameter of orifice D naught is 0.1 meter. Next, diameter of the pipe is D1. So it is 20 centimeter. So 20 by 100 is 0.2 meter. Next, to find out the areas, cross-sectional areas by using the diameters. So A naught is equals to pi by 4 D naught square. So pi by 4 into 0.1 square. So please tell me the value of the area. 0.00785. 00785. So this is the area for the section 1, or sorry, area for the orifice. Next, area of the pipe, cross-sectional area of the pipe, A1 equal to pi by 4 into 0.2 square. So substitute D2 equal to 0.2 here. So pi by 4 into 0.2 square.
10314.
0.0314 meter square. So next, what he has given? He has given the pressures at 1 and 2. At pressure in the pipe and pressure at the throat. Pressure at pipe and pressure at throat. Okay. So you can write that word, pressure at section 1, and this is pressure at the orifice. Section 2. So P1 equal to 19.62 Newton per centimeter square is given to us. So convert in terms of meter square. So you'll get 19.62 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. So 19.62 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square is P1. Next, pressure at the next section 2, which is at our orifice, is P2 is equals to 9.81 Newton per centimeter square is given. So convert that again into Newton per meter square. So you'll get 9.81 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. 9.81 into 10 power 4 Newton per meter square. Later, coefficient of discharge is also given to us. So CD is equals to 0.6. So he has given these pressures. So if you see the formula for your discharge, so what is the formula? We have Q is equals to CD. So CD is there already. A1, A0 we have found out under root of 2GH. So we don't have the word H there. So H we need to find. Pressure head difference, H we need to find. So H, we have formula H equal to P1 by rho G minus P2 by rho G. Since for orifice always Z1 is equal to Z2. Okay, because we don't have any inclined orifice here. So Z1 at orifice section 1, Z2 at section 2 is 0 or equal, since it is horizontal only, right? So next step what we'll get is, we need to find first P1 by rho G, pressure head at section 1. So find pressure head at section 1. So you can write here pressure head at section 1. So P1 by rho G is equals to, so what is pressure given to us? 19 point. Yes, please tell the pressure P1 which is given in the question. 19.62 into 10 power 4. 19. 10 power 4 divided by, so what is the density? What we have to use here? So what is the fluid flowing at section 1 is water. So density of water is, what is density of water?
1000.
1000 into 9.81. Okay, so now please calculate this value. You will get your pressure head at section 1 as meters of water. How many meters of water?
20 meters.
20 meters of water is the pressure head. Please write down here. Don't write directly P1 by rho G. You write there. Pressure head at section 1, P1 by rho G equal to 19.62 into 10 power 4 by 1000 into 9.81, which is 20 meters of water. Next, pressure at section 2 is given as 9.81 into 10 power 4 by density of water 1000 into 9.81. So please calculate this. So I think we'll get
10, sir.
10 because 9.81 gets cancelled. Sorry, here 9.81 into 10 power 4 by 1000 into 9.81 equal to 10 meters of water. So this is P1 by rho g. Pressure head at section 1 which we got as 20. Pressure head at section 2 is 10. So we need to take H is equals to, what is the H value is nothing but differential pressure head. So difference of these two is P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g. So you'll get H equal to 20 minus 10, that is equals to 10 meter of water. So we will get H value as 10 meters of water. So now I think we have all the terms to calculate your discharge. So substitute all the values to find Q value. So CD is given. So what is the value of CD? 0.6 into A1. So what is the area we got? Yes, what is A1 value? Area of the pipe.
0.0314.
0.0314 into area of the orifice is
0.00785.
785 into under root of 2GH. So 2 into 9.81 into what is H value? 10 meter. So H is 10 meter. Right, so divided by A1. So I am using same value here, 0.0314. Minus. That is 0.00785. Okay, so substitute all the values, and now you can tell the value of Q. Q is equals to 0.0681. Somebody send me the answer. Okay. So what the answer?
0.068, sir.
0681.
82.
Okay, 8 or 82, whatever you're getting, you write there. What is the units? Discharge units.
Meter cube per second.
Okay, so meter cube. That's okay. So this is the Q value we got in meter cube per second. So sometimes in the question directly we'll ask find the discharge in liters per second. So at that time we need to know how to convert that into liters per second. So Q is equals to. So tell me in liters per second. So we know 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liters. So we need to multiply this term with 1000. So how much you'll get?
68.137.
Okay, 0.0682 into 1000 we need to multiply to get in 8.2 liter per second. Okay. So to convert meter cube, so 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 liters. So 1000 liter we need to multiply here instead of meter cube. So 1000 liters. So that is 68.2 liters per second. Okay. Can I change to the next slide? Can we go for the next problem? Yes, please inform me if you want to write. If you want to copy, just inform me. Otherwise, I'll go for the next problem. Okay. So I'm going for the next one because nobody asked me to write here. Okay. Right. So please take down the next question. An orifice meter with the diameter 15 centimeter is inserted in a pipe of 30 centimeter diameter. The pressure difference measured by mercury and oil differential manometer on the two sides of the orifice meter gives a reading of 50 centimeter of mercury. So what is this? It's telling the pressure difference measured by a mercury and oil. Nothing but oil is the fluid flowing in the pipe and mercury is there in the differential manometer. So mercury oil differential manometer on the two sides of the orifice meter gives a reading of 50 centimeter of mercury. So if you see the diagram previously, which I have shown, so there you can see here. So this is the mercury. And suppose in this question, what is telling is the oil is flowing. So this difference is given. So what is that? It is X or H value. So remember, whenever he is giving the word, only the meter giving the reading. If it is only the reading, it is called X value. Suppose he's telling the pressure head reading or pressure head difference, at that time you will get H value. So here the term given is X equal to 50 centimeters, which is nothing but difference of mercury level in the differential manometer. So mercury level will be at the two levels. In the left limb, it will be at low position. In the right limb, it will be at the top position. So the difference between the two levels is given to us, that is 50 centimeters of mercury. So find the rate of flow of the oil of the specific gravity. So oil specific gravity is given to us. Specific gravity oil is given, that is 0.9 when coefficient of discharge is 0.64. So this is given, 50 centimeters is given. So we can find H value by using X also. So we have a formula, no? H equal to X into SH by S naught minus 1. So we have two formulas for the pressure head. One is in terms of pressure heads, P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g, or in terms of reading of mercury, that is H equal to X into SH by S naught minus 1. We have seen the same formula for venturimeter also. Same thing can be applied here. So differential head H equal to X into SH by S naught minus 1, where HS is the SH is the mercury specific gravity, SO is the fluids, the flowing fluids specific gravity. Okay, right. So what we need to find, again we need to find the discharge here, same thing. So first write down the given data. Yes, please, have you copied the question? Yes or no? Anyone can reply at least.
No, sir.
No, please copy the question. In the second unit, for your final exam, they are asking one problem from either orifice meter or one problem for venturi meter. In one of the previous paper, orifice meter problem, they are given for 10 marks. Okay. In other papers, they are given for 5 marks. They have given part A for second question and part B also. Under part A, they have given orifice or venturi meter question. Remember that, very important topics only. Problems they are asking from orifice or venturi meter. Okay, right. Next I'm going for the given data. So the orifice diameter is given first. So diameter of orifice D naught is 15 centimeters. That is 0.15 meter in terms of meters. Pipe diameter T1 equal to 30 centimeter. So 0.3 meter. So first find the areas by using the diameters. So A naught equal to pi by 4 into 0.15 square. 0. Yes, any one of you can calculate and tell me. So area of the orifice is pi by 4 into 0.15 square.
Zero point zero one seven six.
0.0176 meters square. Right. So next find out the area at the pipe. So pi by 4 into 0.3 square. 0.070.
0.070.
Any other term is there?
68.
6. Okay, no, 6. 0.0706. Okay. So next he has given coefficient of discharge CD is equals to 0.68. And he has given the specific gravity of the flowing fluid, that is specific gravity of oil is given 0.9. Next, he has given the manometer reading, that is X equal to 50 centimeters of mercury. So convert this into meters. So 50 centimeters of mercury is 0.5 meters of mercury. X equal to 0.5 meters of mercury. So now X value is given to us. So we can find H, that's nothing but differential head, differential pressure head. So next step, we will do that. Please copy this. Only 1 minute time is there for this session to expire. So up to here, you copy and we'll continue in the next section just after 1 minute. Please join immediately. We'll have only 20.